This is pretty dumb, dude.
Are you about to swan song your own dark writ so that you can? Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna windfall.
Hello there, my name is Carlos, and this is Kingdoms, where all your nerdy dreams come true. Today is episode 20 of the Kingdoms and Friends, and we have some awesome guests today, Josh or Second Seven, and Jade or Nan0Jade. Our first guest today, Josh from Second Seven, is actually the first guest we ever had on Kingdoms and Friends. One day he reached out to us and expressed some interest in maybe playing together. I had never really even thought about that before, but 20 episodes and many friends later, here we are again, and I'm super excited. Since we last left Josh, he has started creating some awesome podcast-style content, where he explores different MTG topics with various MTG creators. He also has a great Discord where you can get health and fitness help in addition to your magic fix. Find Josh at second_7_MMM across the socials. Our second guest is Jade, or Nan0Jade, and that's a nano with a 0. I think Jade is the farthest friend that we've played with so far, as he's over in New Zealand. He is a graphic designer and Twitch streamer. Jade is part of Team Aether, and you can find him streaming most evenings at Nan0Jade on Twitch. Check him out on Twitter too at Nan0Jade. If you're looking for ways to support us so that we can keep making awesome videos like this, the easiest one is just to subscribe if you haven't already. Consider supporting us and getting some cool merch. You can find that at kingdoms.tv/merch. And also, you can come join the Kingdom, where you get access to our private Discord and a bunch more. Check it out at patreon.com/kingdomstv. With that, let's look at our commanders and our starting hands for Game 1. I'm up first with Kodama of the East Tree and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. It's a proactive value trigger deck, with my starting hand including Snow-Covered Forest, Gaia's Cradle, Urza's Saga, Force of Negation, Rhystic Study, Time Twister, and a Cyclonic Rift mulligan to the bottom. Second, we have Ben playing Ukkima Stalking Shadow and Cazur Ruthless Stalker. It's a fast combo food chain deck, and Ben's starting hand includes Ancient Tomb, Forbidden Orchard, Underground Stadium, Deathrite Shaman, Elvish Mystic, Necropotence, and Praetor's Grasp. Third, we have Jade playing Tymna the Weaver and Tevesh Zat, Doom of Fools. Today he's playing a hardcore stacks deck. His starting hand includes Isolated Chapel, Marsh Flats, Phyrexian Tower, Deafening Silence, Thorn of Amethyst, Opposition Agent, and Linvala Keeper of Silence. Fourth, we have Josh playing Eruth Tormented Prophet. This is a proactive storm deck, and his starting hand includes Ancient Tomb, Steam Vents, Mystical Tutor, Swan Song, Dockside Extortionist, with a Geist Wave, and Past in Flames mulligan to the bottom. Alright, let's play some cEDH. Okay, draw for turn. I'll play Urza's Saga and pass the turn.
Draw for turn. I'll play an untapped Undergrowth Stadium, a Lotus Petal. I'll tap for a black for a Deathrite, and I'll sack Petal for Elvish Mystic. Pass the turn.
Alright, untap draw, play Marsh Flats and Cracket Finder Grublane. I'll just shortcut and play a Deafening Silence. Passing.
Draw a card. I'll shock into Steam Vents, and I'll pass the turn.
Alright, draw for turn. Yeah, I did not pay attention to this hand. People are going to roast me because they're going to be like, you don't even have your colors.
You just saw the fancy foil Urza's Saga and you're excited.
Yeah, oh well, I will pass the turn.
I will untap, draw. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap a black and a black. So, Nan0Jade, you can have a...
You're going to give it to the Tymna deck? Are you insane?
Yeah, it's a guy from New Zealand, so...
Make him mad.
Yeah, dude, he's my first friend in New Zealand, man. That's gotta be something.
Alright.
Now that we're friends, I'm gonna exile his Marsh Flats for a mana, and I'm gonna cast a Necropotence.
I would like to counter target enchantment spell.
With that, I will pass turn.
Alright, untap draw for turn. We will go with an Isolated Chapel and play this Thorn of Amethyst. Just gonna leave this guy back and pass turn.
Untap. Draw a card. Oh, Jade, your Marsh Flats is exiled from the DRS.
He got it for mana with
Yeah.
the Death Right.
Oh, okay. I see.
Let's send down a Scalding Tarn, and I'm going to grab a Volcanic Island. I'll pay 1 life before I forget. With the Volcanic Island and the Steam Vents, I'm going to cast Dockside Extortionist. I'll get 3 treasures. I will glance at my hand and pass the turn.
Draw for turn. This dies. I put a mana in my mana pool. We'll play Yavimaya Cradle of Growth as land for turn. And I do attempt a Rhystic Study.
The blue card, exile.
Oh, yep, sorry. Snap. That's good. I'll pass the turn.
Tap, drop turn. I will play an Ancient Tomb. I'll tap for a black here, exiling Josh. I'll get rid of your Scalding Tarn. Here's a black and here's a green. I'm going to attempt to cast a Praetor's Grasp.
Rigoristic.
Actually, I will. Yeah, I will pay for risk.
And it costs 1 more.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
costs
so
4.
You have to pay
Okay.
1, 2,
Sweet.
3.
There's the 2, so I take.
Yeah. So, all right, sweet. So you got 5 total mana, 4 into Praetor's Grasp,
You
1 for
have
the
to make
Rhystic Study.
targets now before resolves,
Yeah.
right? So who are you targeting?
Yeah, I'm going to target Nano.
I have no response to that.
That's
Likewise.
All right, so the whole deal with this card is I play it, and then Nano exiles this card from his library, and I can play that card for as long as it remains exiled. With that, I'm done for sure.
How does Forbidden Orchard read? Is it whenever it's tapped?
Yeah, whenever you tap 4 mana.
So
Like
even
one
though it's a
focus.
forest, you still would have to give something. Okay.
I will play this Vista, and I'm just gonna pass.
Untap. No upkeeps. Draw a card. I will also play an Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. Tap 4, taking 2 from Ancient Tomb. I've got a colorless floating. I would like to cast Eruth, Tormented Prophet. Trigger Rhystic, I'll pay with the colorless. I would like to move to combat.
Wide open.
Take it. Big ol' 1/2 goblin.
Done.
I'll pass the turn.
One tap. Draw a card. Gaia's Cradle for 0 mana. Actually, it's a forest. Yeah, I guess I just play 2 mana vaults. I don't pay the 1. I'll draw a card. Just kidding.
Yep.
I'll pass the turn.
I'm just gonna fetch basic.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tap to create a black mana. I'll get rid of your Saga, Carlos. So a black and a black. And then I'm going to tap 2, 1 for the extra mana and 1 for the Rhystic Study tax. I'll play a Voidwalker.
And then you're paying with that colorless. Did you pay
Yep.
2 life again? Or are you using that for a green mana? Because there's a Yavimaya.
No. I'm paying 2 Carlos, 1 for the Thorn tax, and then 1 for the Rhystic Study.
No, Thorn's only on non-creatures.
Correct.
Oh, well, frick, dude. Instead, I'll just tap an Elvish Mystic, and I'll get my 2 life back. Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
I think I just have to cast this now.
Position agent.
Yes. Not paying for Rhystic Study.
Yes.
Untap. Draw this card. Phyrexian Tower is my land. Sorry, I'm gonna feed Carlos another card. I'm gonna
Yes.
crunch this spirit, make 2 black.
Yeah.
Phyrexian Tower, pay 5 for a Wandering Archaic.
Oh, boo.
Move to combat and swing 3 at Carlos.
Sorry, I was supposed to already have taken 1, so now down to 36.
And that's my turn, I pass.
All right, untap. Draw replacement. I'll exile 2. Felwar Stone and a Mox Opal. Tap 3 and cast a Felwar Stone. I'll take 2 off of Ancient 2. I will cast a Felwar Stone, trigger Rhystic Study. I'll pay for it with the floating. Combat. I will swing a 2/4 at Ben and a 1/2 at Carlos.
Take it.
I'll take 2.
I'll pass.
Untap and draw a card. 6 for Kodama of the East Tree. I'll play an Oboro. I think I just passed the turn.
All right, so untap, drop turn. I'll tap for 2 Carlos. I'll tap to get rid of your Prismatic Vista. Nano, 4 total. I'll tap 1 more. I'm going to cast Cazur. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. So then I will go to attack phase, and I'm going to swing my bird at
Attack me. Don't do it.
Josh.
Don't do it. I'll bounce them all.
Josh, definitely Josh then.
Okay, I'd like to respond. 1, 2. plus Thorn plus Ristic. I like to cast Runaway together. I'm going to target Kodama and Wandering Archaic. Trigger Wandering Archaic. I will not pay for it. You may have a copy of Runaway together.
Okay. I will copy it. My target will be your. Yeah, it has to be your Eruth. You've put me in that spot because
It's only 3 mana. I'm not doing anything with it.
Yeah, Eruth, and I'm gonna put Cazur back in Ben's hand.
So Eruth and Cazur get bounced, and then if no one has any responses, then Archaic and Kodama get bounced.
Then my bird does damage.
Yeah, I have no responses. I'll take 2.
So your Runaway Together gets exiled with a void counter on it.
Thank you.
That is it.
Tap, draw, play this Bright Climb pathway. I'm gonna go combat and swing opposition agent at Ben.
I will take 3. Right?
3. Yep. Second main, I will play a Linvala, and I'll pay for a stick.
It's triggered, activated.
Activated. So kind of just hurts Ben the most. It also affects Voidwalker, Ben, if you would like to crack that now. Otherwise,
Yeah.
hold your piece.
So I'll go ahead and tap Forbidden Orchard and this to cast Runaway Together. I'm going to give Carlos a spirit token. I'm going to return to hand opposition agent, and then that spirit I gave Carlos as well.
And Ristic Study.
Yeah, you'll get a card, unfortunately.
Alright, instep pass.
Untap. No treasures. Draw a card. A snow-covered island as land for turn. I'm going to pay 4. We got 2 life off of here again. And I'll play a creature spell that doesn't get taxed by Thorn. I will use the 1 floating from Ancient Tomb to pay for Ristic Study. I would like to move to combat. I will hit Ben for 1.
Down to 30.
I'll pass turn.
Draw. I will play a Survival of the Fittest. I pass after that.
I will untap. I will draw and move to combat. I will swing all at Carlos.
Sure.
I will pass the turn.
I'm gonna cast Tymna, and I'm gonna pay for a stick. Going to swing 3 at Ben.
I will take 3.
Post combat main phase, pay a life, draw a card. That's gonna be pass.
Untap, draw, replace with a
Exploding
roof.
hearts and stuff.
Flooded Strand and a Faithless Looting. I'll play a land for turn. Okay, Dothy's gone. There's not currently an op agent. I don't know how badly you want to stop me from getting a land.
He could sack something.
But you also probably want to wait till after the activation of Survival of the Fittest rather than letting him respond to you because he's got 2 up in green mana, which is spoopy. I'm going to fetch. Flooded Strand, life has been paid on the stack.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond with Survival. I will discard Kodama, and then we'll go to the command zone. Ability on the stack.
Jade, you going to sack a creature?
Yes. I'm gonna sack Tymna for 2 black. Yeah, I will cast it, and you can respond now.
Alright, so I am going to
Trigger
respond.
Ristic Study.
You can draw.
Do you want me to draw before or after your response there, Ben?
After would be great. Alright, so I'm going to tap a black and a colorless to cast my exiled spell, and then I'm going to add in the other colors to pay for Ristic, and I paid the 2 life, cast a Vampiric Tutor.
I will attempt Force of Negation, exiling a Pact of Negation, paying 1.
I will respond with blue, thorn, green for Ristic. I'll cast a Mystical Tutor. I'll grab a Cyclonic Rift, shuffle, put it on top. Force counters Vampiric Tutor if no one has any responses. Opposition Agent resolves if no one has any responses. Then, Jade, you can search Carlos's library for a creature and put it into exile. And then you can search my library for an island and put it into exile. Drake could steal my Eruth. Collector Oof only shuts off 1 mana from me and 1 mana from Carlos right now.
Gonna be Phantasmal.
Would you like a snow-covered basic?
Yeah, I'll take just a basic island.
Okay. Wait, why do you have all your mana tapped? Oh, the Force of Negation off the Thorn.
And I'm supposed to draw. I was supposed to draw a card actually from Opposition Agent.
Let's move to combat. Ben, I'm coming at you for 3 damage.
I'll take 3.
Faithless Looting will move from the this turn exile to the forever exile zone, and I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep. I'll take 1 for Mana Vault. Draw for turn. I'll pass. Probably not.
I will tap for a blue, and I'll give a spirit to Josh. And then I'll tap for Ristic Tax, and I'm going to cast a Mystic Remora.
Are you playing for the paying for the Thorn tax?
Freaking Thorn Tax. So let me just tap like this then. Pass the turn.
Tap, draw, straight to combat. 3 at Josh, 3 at Carlos flying.
Sure.
No response.
Second main phase, I will play the Wandering Archaic and pay for Ristic. I pass.
Untaps. No upkeeps. Draw replacement. I will exile 2 cards. Bergie and Past in Flames. Green, red, 4 for Ristic. I will cast Bergie, God of Storytelling, trigger Ristic. I'll pay for it. I'd like to move to the punch step, and we'll go with 4 damage.
Me?
Yeah, we'll go all at Carlos. I would like to not cast this Past in Flames and move to my end step. That's it.
Untap, upkeep. I'll draw. Take 1. Play a Tropical Island. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the AC. And if no responses, I'll pass the turn.
That was the lamest
Fish ever? Yeah.
fish ever. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna pay for it though. Underground Stadium to pay for fish. Off turn. Play a Wooded Foothills. Pass.
Untap. Draw this card. Pay 3.
I hope it's a bad non-creature.
Stick playing Phantasmal.
Do you want a dockside or an AC?
We'll grab the AC. What's
Yeah, big old beater. Get some extra card draw off that land. Look at that.
Draw a card.
Oh, we're screwed.
Oh yeah, now you guys are. Yeah, I'm gonna play Maryland.
I'm gonna tap for a green, and I'm gonna cast a very unexciting Veil of Summer just so I can draw one last time.
Don't pay for it. Maybe I could get like Cyclonic Rift or something.
Yeah, you probably let him draw.
There's no reason
currently
not to
don't
let me
have
draw
anything.
at this point. Like
dude. Okay, so
we
I'm
lost.
gonna tap. Yeah, I'm gonna tap like this. I'll get my 2 life back. The Wandering trigger says, oh, I have to pay 2 more. I'll get to draw 1 last card here.
Me too.
Look what I drew.
Oh.
A 0-cost counter spell, but I can't cast it.
Well, yeah, he would get a copy.
Maybe
of it.
I should have gone first then. I'm going to tap the Steam Vents for a blue, and I'm going to cast a very sad Brainstorm. Exile 6 that I can't play this turn.
You have 2 mana. Did
Wandering
you pay 1 or
Archaic,
2?
Mystic Remora, and Ristic Study will trigger. We'll do none of them. I've paid for the required cost for Thorn of Amethyst, so if Jade wants to, Jade will cast a Brainstorm first.
Those are my 2. You can proceed.
Ben, you can draw. If no one has any responses, then Carlos can draw. If no one has any responses, I will draw 3, put 2 on top. I have no cards left in hand, Bergie and Eruth, so I have a red for no reason, and then I will exile a Cyclonic Barbarian Ring, which also would be nice, because that deals 2 damage to a creature. Yep, I would have been able to kill the Op Agent.
Play a second land because AC, Ancient Tomb. I'll pay 1. I will play a Giver of Runes, and I'm gonna punch some people. I'm gonna swing this Limbala at Carlos and Wandering Archaic at Ben.
I'll take 4.
And I will pass turn.
Untap. I cannot draw, so Eruth doesn't happen because there's nothing to replace. I lose 3 life, and Jade searches my library for a card.
I'm just
My
gonna
next
grab
turn-
this card from you, Josh.
Okay, I will exile a Fierce. I will not draw a card. I will move to my first main phase. Cool, I'm Hellbent. You have a 5/5. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Tap. Take 1. Can't draw. Which card do you want?
Do you run the Sunscorched Desert?
I do, yeah.
I'll take that.
I'll play Field of the Dead. I'll play Meloku, the Clouded Mirror. I'll put 2 mana in my mana pool. Get a 1/1 Spirit. 1/1 Flying token. Bounce the guy's Cradle. Play my second land for turn. Yeah, I think we just go and his Giver is offline right now, so I'll attack you for 5, Jade.
I will not block. I'll take 5.
I shouldn't have played the Field of Dead. That's sad. I will pass the turn.
I will untap. I will not pay for fish. I will not draw.
Yeah, you take 3, give him a card.
I'll take a miscast.
I'm gonna just tap as a forest for a creature. Carlos, you can have a spirit from the Forbidden Orchard.
Ready?
I'm gonna attempt to cast Cazur, Ruthless Stalker, but I can't really swing it.
You attack for 2 flying at him.
Yeah, I don't have any flies. You can swing.
I'll just do that. I'll swing with a 2/2 flyer. If you don't have any blockers or anything, then it will get a +1/+1 from Cazur. Pass the turn.
Untap. Lose 3. Tutor a card. I'll play a command tower. Will not draw. And I'll play this Alishnon.
Ah.
I think that should be it from here on out with the protection I have with Giver of Runes and the counter spells.
You know what? I just realized Moloku couldn't have been activated because of your angel. Yeah, I don't think I have anything anymore with an Elish Norn. You guys?
Yeah, I've had no cards in hand for 2 turns.
Yeah, that opposition agent has got me.
I had everything, actually. I had Tezzeret, I had Time Twister, I had Court of Calling, but you had each piece, so...
Dude, good win, man. That was legit.
I've never been in such a hard lock in a game of EDH. cEDH, EDH, whatever the case may be, that was intense. Great job building this deck, Jade, and great job piloting it to an amazing win. For Game 2, Josh's starting hand includes Command Tower, Brainstorm, Mystical Tutor, Bergie, God of Storytelling, Frantic Search, Past in Flames, with Snap Mulligan to the bottom. Jade's starting hand includes a Swamp, Fetid Heath, Windswept Heath, Dark Ritual, Sarah Ascendant, Dam, and Thorn of Amethyst. My starting hand includes a Snow-Covered Forest, Wooded Foothills, Chain of Vapor, Cyclonic Rift, Beast Within, Sakashima the Imposter, and Force of Will. Ben's starting hand includes Dryad Arbor, Mana Confluence, Nurturing Peatland, Overgrown Tomb, Llanowar Elves, Plunge into Darkness, and Intuition. Here is Game 2.
Draw a card. Command Tower. Mana Vault. Pass.
Okay, draw this card. Windswept. Gonna grab a basic Plains and play a Sarah Ascendant. I'll pass there.
Draw for turn. Play Wooded Foothills. I'll go ahead and crack it. Look at a Tropical Island. Yeah, I'll pass after that.
I'll draw for turn. I'll shock in an Overground Tomb. Take 2 life. Tap it to play a Llanowar Elf. And I will pass.
Untap. No upkeeps. Draw a card. Let's hit another land drop. I'd like to cast a Brainstorm in my main phase.
Good luck.
Okay, here we go.
So otherwise you're not having lands for
1,
eternity.
2, 3. Oh wait, I need to put 2 cards back. Haha, I hit a land, by the way.
Nice.
That one, I guess. I will play a Training Center as land for turn. Okay, pass turn.
Alright, untap. Draw this card. Fetid Heath is my land drop. I'm gonna filter this white into double black and play a Voidwalker. Combat phase.
Sorry, I'd like to respond to the Dothy so that you don't get this card. Mystical Tutor. I'm gonna grab Breakthrough. Blue and X for a sorcery. Draw 4 cards, then choose X and discard the rest. Dothy can resolve, I guess, and then we'll move to 6/6 punchies.
Sarah Ascendant is going to swing at Ben.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
After all that?
He thinks you're the scariest. Yeah.
I saw the Necro last game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
And I'm passing.
I'll draw for turn. I'll play a Snow-Covered Forest. I'm going to play Phantasmal Image. And I, too, will have a Dothy Voidwalker. I'll pass turn.
I'll tap and draw. Play a Mana Crypt. I'll tap 3, take 1 life for the Mana Crypt. And I'm going to play Heuristic Study. With that, I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw a mystery card. Barbarian Ring is land for turn. Tap 3, taking 1 off of Barbarian Ring. And I'll cast Bergie. And I will pass with 3 in hand.
Tap. Draw. Play a Swamp. Cast Dark Ritual.
Ben, draw a card.
Yeah, can I draw a card?
Sweet.
Heuristic Study.
Exiled under Callus's Darthy.
Yeah, Dark Ritual.
Thorn.
Can I draw off of it?
Yep, you can draw, Ben.
I will respond to the Amethyst with a Force of Will, exiling Sakashima the Imposter. There's a void counter on Force of Will.
Using the black floating and 2, casting Tymna.
2 because of Heuristic.
I'm gonna go to combat and swing Sarah Ascendant at Carlos and Darthy at Ben. I'll gain 6 and pay 2. Draw 2. And pass there.
Tap, draw. Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Alright, I'll tap, draw. Play Plunge into Darkness.
How much life would you like to pay?
18.
Whoa!
Let's go, baby.
Alright, so I'm going to take my 1 card, and the rest go to exile. I'll play a land for turn, Gemstone Mine. It comes in with 3 counters on it. I'm going to tap for a Dark Ritual.
Yep, okay.
I'll tap for a blue. This is pretty dumb, dude.
Are you about to swan song your own Dark Rit so that you can... Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I'm going to Windfall.
I have no responses to Windfall.
Me neither.
I do. I will Cyclonic Rift your Voidwalker, Jade. I will then pay 2 life and Noxious Revival Cyclonic Rift to the top of my library.
2 Ristic Study triggers, Ben.
Not paying, yep. And then no other responses.
Everybody draw 7.
Exotic Orchard, Wishclaw, Miscast, Dried Arbor, Intuition, Nurturing Peatland, Tarnished Citadel.
Breakthrough, Flusterstorm, and Frantic Search.
Deafening Silence, Marshflight Silence, Dam, Plains, and Nothing.
Beast Within, Time Twister, Chain of Vapor.
I'm going to use my 1 floating to cast Vamp Tutor, and I'll keep this
Ben,
on.
You'll be on 7 after that, Vamp.
Alright,
Cool.
so I'm just going to search up my card, put it on top,
Yeah.
and then pass.
Draw for turn. Play a land for turn. Snow-covered island. I'll cast a Chrome Mox.
I think there's a Ristic.
You may draw
So I'll draw this card
your Vamp tutored card, yeah.
into my hand, yep.
I'll exile a Goblin Lore. Trigger Burgie, I'll make a red. I'm going to use that red and do the Barbarianry because we're making plenty of red. I'll use this and I'll cast a Fellwar Stone. Trigger Burgie, I'll make a red. You can draw. I will swing Burgie at Carlos.
Okay.
I will pay 3 for a Sweltering Suns. Trigger Burgie. You may draw. 3 damage to each creature.
So if you're thinking
damages?
about cracking the Darthy, my main 2 cards you could probably use are these 2.
Or yeah, are you going to crack Carlos?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I think I actually Frantic Search in this situation.
Yeah, depending on what you have in your hand right now. I'm also going to draw 2 more cards. So you can cast Frantic Search until the end of turn. 2 in a blue, instant, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards.
I'll do
untap
it
up to 3
with that
lands.
on the stack still. So
Okay, Sweltering Stone's on the stack. Frantic Search is being cast.
right,
Are you
draw
paying
2.
4 Ristic? I presume not.
Draw 2, discard 2, untap 3. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Correct.
cannot pay.
You want to untap one of my lands, Carlos? You can
Discard
untap
a
up to 3.
Gemstone Caverns, Eldritch Evolution, and I'll untap these 2, and that is all.
Sweltering Suns, 3 damage to each creature. Burgie and Tymna and the elf.
Yeah.
Dead. There's a spoopy 6/6. We got a blue from Training Center. I've got 2 red. I'm going to cast Eruth, Tormented Prophet. Trigger Ristic Study. I'll pay for it. I'll pass the turn.
Zapping, draw, play a Saga as my land for turn. I'm going to swing 6 at Ben.
6.
We're going to slam this Ether Sworn Canonist. As many artifact spells as you like each turn, but only 1 spell.
Are you paying for
One
that?
artifact spell. I will pay. Play a Mana Crypt and pay for it. And pass turn.
Draw for turn. I'll play an island. Ristic Study.
Paying for that?
Nope. I'll pass turn.
I will untap and draw. I will tap for something and I'll play a Soul Ring. Cannot.
Ristic?
No, I'm not paying for it. I'll tap for a blue and 2 colorless. Tap in for 4, and then I'm just going to cast Mist Hollow Griffin. And I will not pay for it, and I will pass.
Oh, you won't pay for
Tap.
it. Okay. You don't want to pay that one.
Upkeep.
Yeah, I do not, but
I will not draw a card. I will replace with an Exile 2 with a Gush and a Volcanic Island.
I'm discarding 2 cards. Dispel and City of Brass. No void counters.
I'll play a Volcanic Island as land for turn. Combat.
Combat.
Carlos.
2.
Big 2 commander damage, baby. Pass the turn.
Mana Crypt trigger odds is damage. Damage. Draw. Play a Cavernous Souls to name Praetor. I'll hardcast the Alishment.
Are you paying for that?
I'm not paying for either Ristic and it's uncountable. Unfortunately, I do just have to
Double
kill
swing it, Ben.
Ben. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I move to combat, swing both. Saracen and eat this one. Ben will die and I will pass the turn.
I'll draw for turn. I'll play a Verdant Catacombs as my land for turn. I will crack it, lose a life. So I think I just get a forest.
Monolith,
That low,
huh?
but
I'm going to cast Fierce Guardianship.
Okay.
I'm either going to die to beats
pay-
or I'm going to
Pay
win.
1. Pay 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass the turn. I discard a Scoot Swarm.
Untap. Upkeep, nothing. Draw, replace. Bonus round, and Malevolent Hermit. Mana Vault for 3. 1 colorless floating. I'll cast a Helm of Awakening.
Ristic Study.
I'll pay for it with the floating colorless. Fellwar Stone and the Chrome Mox. Cost 1 less. I'd like to cast a bonus round. Until the end of turn, whenever any player casts an instant or sorcery, that player copies it and may choose new targets for the copy.
And Study.
You may draw. Carlos, I'll hit you for 2.
I'll take 0.
Malevolent Hermit will go to exile. I'll pass.
Zap. Odds is damage. Safe on 4. Draw a card. Saga goes to 3. I'm going to make a construct before it goes. Tutoring with there's a Saga. I'll get a Jeweled Lotus with the Saga. I'll go to combat, and no, I'm actually full swinging at Carlos.
How much total? 16.
I'll play a Phyrexian Tower as my land. Crack, Jeweled Lotus, and 2 for a Tevesh. There's a Ristic trigger. I'll pay for it. And Tevesh is going to, if he resolves, he's going to make 2 thralls. I'm going to pass there.
Draw for turn. Play Waterlogged Grove. Pay Curio for 2. So I'll just pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. Draw step. Replacement. Take 1 from Mana Vault. Lotus Petal and an Alchemist Retrieval. I'm going to cast Alchemist Retrieval targeting Aethersworn Canonist. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand because I paid 2 by paying 1 because Helm.
Alright, you are free from your shackles.
I would like to pay 1 red mana through this Goblin Lord Chrome Mox. And I'm going to cast Control of the Court. Draw 4, discard 3.
I'll just Fierce Guardianship, casting it.
Sure, cast a Lotus Petal. I will pass the turn.
Ristic on the Lotus.
Sure.
Odds damage. Draw Catacomb, combat, swinging Ascendant and Elishnorn at Carlos, 9 at Josh.
Take 1 and Cyclonic Rift to Elishnorn.
Okay.
Take 6.
Yeah, I'll block a Thruel.
Play a Soul Ring.
Out of study.
Pay 1, float 1, pay 1 black, and use the other floating to pay for a Ristic. And I'll Diabolic Intent the other throw. Make 2 more throws. And I'm gonna sack one of them. Use the 2 black. No, I'll leave the 2 black there. I'll tap this for a white. Casting Aethersworn.
Rishtik.
I'll pay. And if that resolves, cast a Knowledge Pool. And I'll pay for a stick as well.
All right.
I would like to respond. Tap Barbarian Ring and sacrifice it. I will pay for the activation with the Volcanic Island, and I'd like to deal 2 damage to target Aethersworn Canonist.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Exile 3 cards.
Tezzeret, Oboro, and a Pluto Delta.
Burning Increase, Steam Vents, Rite of Flame.
8th of Vial, Damning's Fair in the land. I'm going to pass it there. I've got no more mana.
Okay, I untap. I'll draw a card. Cast Summoner's Pact. And that'll go into the zone. And I get Tezzeret. So now we search for a Grim Monolith, I think. I can play Kodama. Or 3 mana plus 2 green. I will cast Lotus Cobra for 1. I guess I'll get 2 red mana.
You have a Rite of Flame.
Then I use a blue and cast Oboro Breeze Caller to get Lotus Cobra. That will trigger Cloudstone Curio and Kodama. I'll put a Gaze Cradle into play with Kodama trigger because I can't get out. Oh no, Sakashima only costs 1 blue! And I'll be at 1 life. Okay, let's see if we can do it. So the land comes in for free, not my land for turn. I get a blue mana from Lotus Cobra. So now I will pay 3, -1 for Sakashima, and it'll be a Kodama. Kodama trigger, Curio trigger. I put a Storm Cauldron into play. But I think this will give me infinite mana because I can get 3 green, bounce to the Storm Cauldron, put it into play, triggering...
Play a land for turn.
The other one. Well, no, they'll be free because it'll trigger the other one, and then I'll pay 3, bounce it, and then put it into play from the other one, and then pay 3, bounce it, put it for the other one. So infinite green. Yeah, and so I think that'll allow me to get blue.
But you have all colors because you have a Lotus Cobra.
Oh, yeah. And then I'll be able to end up with all my lands untapped.
Do you have a payoff?
I might, because I have Summoner's Pact to get a creature, which I think will get me, like, Tatiova.
Spellseeker?
And then Tatiova will allow me to gain infinite life, draw my deck. I cast the Trophy Mage. Get Summoner's Pact. So yeah, I cast Tatiova. It actually brings out Oboro Breeze Caller which will bounce Lotus Cobra. Cast the Lotus Cobra to play Tatiova. That brings out the Breeze Caller. The Breeze Caller bounces the Cobra. I cast the
From
Cobra.
from the Cloudstone trigger.
Yep. And then
You're declining your 2 Kodama triggers. Cast Lotus Cobra, goes into the pool. Instead, get Tatiova. Repeat the land loop, drawing cards through Tatiova. Obviously gaining
I'm
life,
able to
whatever.
draw. Yep. And I'll draw most of this, gaining some life. I will get Sunscorched
Finale?
Desert, I think. And
Just a
play AC,
technicality.
AC as you may, so we can get AC
AC is a
instead.
May.
Yeah.
Sure.
After I get some life.
So you swap them out with pool nonsense, get the AC down.
So we can get a bunch of creatures, but then the Sunscorch just easier.
And then Sunscorch, repeating the
Nice.
same loop.
You gotta win with the deck colors.
That's messing up my life though, because I've never won with the deck, and I legitimately was probably going to take it apart. It really is impossible to predict the outcome of most cEDH games. With Josh killing that Aethersworn Canonist, I was able to just eke through and actually play some spells, and was able to find the win somehow. I was not expecting it at the end there. What did you think of the games today? I'd love to hear more down in the comments below. Also, a really big thank you to Josh and Jade for coming on the show today. We had a blast, and we hope to see them here again soon. If you've made it this far in the video, I really think you should check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/KingdomsTV. We have a private Discord where you get to interact with all of us and our crew, as well as our awesome new community. Check it out. A special thank you to our Samurai patrons, David Siraj, Morton Christensen, Jordan Ritchie, and Revolution Gaming. You all are the pillars of Kingdoms. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and keep it nerdy.